I want to show you how simple it is to set up and configure BYO booth. For a basic configuration, all you really need to do is to put an Instagram tag in the first field. I'm going to use BYO booth, and the software is going to sit and wait for photos to arrive with the tag BYO booth. I'm going to send a photo with my phone. In a few moments, we should see it in the slideshow. And there's a picture of my second monitor. So let's look at some more advanced configurations. You should pick a unique tag to make sure that other people's photos don't show up in your slideshow. If you're unsure, you can hit the check availability mark here. This tells me that 3 photos already exist for that BYO booth hashtag on Instagram. That's fine because I know that I'm the only one using that tag right now. If hundreds of photos showed up, I might consider using a different tag because I'm not sure if that's a popular tag and someone else's photos will end up in my slideshow. You'll also be presented with an option to download the existing photos to add them to your current slideshow. If you've already used this hashtag on the same machine, you don't need to re-download as the photos are already stored on your computer. This is useful mostly if you show up later to an event and you want to add everyone's photos to the slideshow, or if you change computers in the middle of an event and want to add them as well. So I've already have them stored locally, so I don't need to do this. If you'd like to customize the background of the slideshow, you can select your file in this field here. Right now it's defaulting to the install folder in the assets. There's a default background that's set up. It's a 1920 by 1080 PNG. If you don't have an HD monitor, you can use a different size. The default photo save folder is BYO booth. The software is going to create a subfolder with your Instagram tag to store all the photos. You can see this here. The originals will be stored in the images. It's going to create thumbnails and our contact sheets and our composites. So at the end of the event, you can grab these and give them to your client or send them to SmugMug or do whatever you like. The slideshow speed is the number of seconds between each photo in the slideshow. It's a good idea to keep this low because keep in mind 5 seconds per slide means that you only have 12 photos per minute. The slideshow refresh is how many slides will be shown before it goes back to the instructions screen. This is important because the instructions screen is where the slideshow refreshes itself and grabs the new photos. So if this number is too large, it's going to take a while for new photos to be added to the slideshow. Allow Photo Delete will allow you to delete photos from the slideshow using the delete button in the menu. The instructions text is the default text that shows on the instructions screen telling the users how to tag their photos. You'll probably leave most of these settings at the defaults, only changing the slideshow background to customize per your event. Now when I hit save, it's going to also tell me that I have 213 local photos stored on my hard drive already. If I'd like to add these to the current slideshow, I'll hit yes. If I hit no, they're going to be backed up and I'll start fresh with a new slideshow. The reason to use this feature is if you use the same hashtag over and over again and you don't want your slideshow to grow to thousands and thousands of photos, each day you run the software, you could back up the previous day's photos and start with a new slideshow. I'm going to add them to my current slideshow. So you can see in my slideshow there'll be 5 seconds between each photo. If I have a touch screen, I can go up and I can swipe and interact with the photos as well. If I touch a photo, a small menu will come up that'll allow me to jump into the grid where I can quickly slide and navigate all the photos and select individual ones. I can select an individual photo to print, or I can delete a photo from the slideshow. If I need to go back to the preferences, I can go down to the context menu. If you don't see the context menu, you could hit the Windows key to bring it up. To exit out of the program, simply hit Escape.